Let's go, girls. Come on.
Hey y'all, welcome back. Today is Thursday, September 12th. I'm sorry, it's a day late, dollar short. Seems to be my theme this week. So it's really hard to make the videos on Wednesdays because my kids have the short days now on every Wednesday. So I'm going to try to keep going on Wednesdays, but I make no promises. Okay, September 12th, Floss Tube 28. I'm Amy, and welcome to the crazy, because it gets crazy and random up in here. It's a little less random on the face-to-face because I have to focus more than it is with my Stitch With Me's. But I'm really glad and I'm really grateful that a lot of you are leaving comments about how you're okay with the Stitch With Me's being completely random and me not remembering what I said 2 seconds ago, because that's literally how my brain works when I'm stitching. I can't help it. All right, so let's see, what did I do for the week? We had Crazy Cat Chloe. Where did I put Crazy Cat Chloe? Yep. Here we go. Did I do Crazy Cat Chloe? I didn't get very much done. This is the one that I'm doing the parking, non-parking thing on. She looks like this. This is the one that's driving me crazy. But I think she's going to be beautiful when she's done. And, oh, I'm not even going to unfold this because I finished this row minus like 5 stitches. 10 stitches if you count all the strings that are still hanging. Ish. Linda, listen. There we go. So, as soon as I get these threads done, this whole section will be done, and then I can move on to the next column of crazy. And just keep chugging along. Oh, Linda. So, I only got 150 stitches in on her. So, not a lot, but some progress is better than no progress, right? Right. Every stitch counts. Okay. Then we went to Sing a Sampler, which was the... Wasn't that the Stitch With Me video? How did I do a Stitch With Me on the Sing a Sampler? If I did... I'm not sure how that happened. Let's just go with that. I could have sworn I did the Sing a Sampler Stitch With Me last week. Did I not? I don't know. Lucky I know what day it is because my computer tells me, and so does my phone, and what my name is on a daily basis, and that I have children. But there we are. So with the Stitch With Me video, I was working on Ray, and I finished off the R and the E. I don't know, did I finish all of the E? I don't remember. And then I got all the words in, a drop of golden sun, and then I started on the yellow border for the me, and then I'll get the words done, and then over here will be fa, and then I'll come down here and do sol, la, ti, do, and then the rest of the phrase down at the bottom. So it's actually moving a lot faster than I thought it would be, but I have a feeling it's going to start to slow down once I have to start doing the motifs, like the little deer and figuring out what color is going where for which flower and so on and so forth. And then in one of the sections there's a green grass patch. I think it's in, oh, it's in me. Look at that. Let me take this out of the package. Please hold. So in here, you get to write your own name. I think I'm going to try to write Taylor in there. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work. It requires some brain power. It's going to have to be on a good day because we've met. So there's that. I'm going to go through all of these and then get into the business of all the other stuff that's going on in my life right now. So seeing a sampler, I got 614 stitches. I was pretty impressed. 614. Dragonkin. Oh, I hate when I forget to grab these before I start recording, because then y'all get up close and personal and then it gets awkward and then we get over it. So please hold. Okay, let me just grab both of them. Dragonkin. Worked on this one a bit. Got some more freckles in it. I feel like this week was so long ago that I forgot what I've worked on. Is there? No, there's a little bit, but not much. So there's this, and I filled in this shade of blue because there's 2 shades of blue in there so far, I think. So the lighter blue is the speckling from before, and the darker blue is the speckling and freckles from now. And I got up to this column, so then I'll go to that column the next time it comes up. So that's Dragonkin. I got 355 stitches. That was also the day that I sent out my Gidge boxes. So excited. Just hang out over here for a minute. Okay, don't go anywhere. Just chillax. All right. That was Friday the 6th. The 7th I did Technology Meltdown. I love this project, but I did not get very far. I got 473 stitches in. Which is right here. Which actually, now that I look at it, that looks like quite a bit. I got a lot of that blue filled in. I did some of the lighter goldish green in here. So I think that's a book. What did I just do? Oh, it's in my lap. Yeah, it's a book. So I'm right here. Somewhere. Hopefully I'm not showing off the pattern. I just realized I was holding that up a little too high. But yeah, Technology Meltdown. This is the one that's on 25 count for the first time ever, because who knows what I'm doing. 1/1. Because I love this one, but I didn't want it to be too big. So I did not get 18 count like I typically do. And then I did a vote on Instagram and asked everyone if I should do 1/1 or if I should do 2/1/10 stitch. And 1/1, 1. I don't know how many times I can use that word in one sentence. Yeah, see, there it goes. Okay, so 473 on Technology Meltdown, and then we move on to the Snow White. And the Snow White, oh man, I would have gotten so much more done on this. Except I had to frog like 3 times. And it was my own fault because I confuzzled myself. So, here we are. Just show this. So I was starting to work on that brown that's in there. Okay, here's how I confuzzled myself. Are you ready? Linda, focus. Linda. 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 There. The 2 different, so this darker brown and then this lighter brown, that's what I was working on, okay? Now, my X's on this are backwards from how I typically stitch. So I'm stitching along, minding my own business, having a fun time, going to town, doing my thing. And I started up here, and I get all the way down here and went, are my X's going the wrong way? Yes. Yes, they are. And I didn't do it once or twice, but 3 times, because that's the lucky number, before I made sticky notes to put on the pattern as I'm stitching to remind myself to stitch the wrong way, because this one and my Magnificent Wizard both are the opposite direction of how I stitch, because I started these ones, I started Magnificent Wizard, which is a Dimensions kit, 11 years ago. I had just given birth to Jonah. Jonah just turned 11. That's how I know exactly how long ago it was when I started, because I started it on my maternity leave. And I put 6 stitches in it and went, you people are crazy, who does this? Little did I know. And then I started this one in January last year. Oh, I got confused. I started it last year and I was following my Magnificent Wizard and I was cross stitching the same direction because, you know, and then I made 2 self-portraits, one for my sister-in-law for her 10-year anniversary and one for my bestie Kimmy for her 30th anniversary. And for some reason my exes went the other way and I've been more comfortable stitching that way. So to go back to those ones, it confuses me. Makes my head hurt. So I have to put notes everywhere because I literally can't. I will stitch correctly one row, go to the next row, and stitch wrong. It's just that quick, people. Just that quick. So 241 on Snow White. Let's get to Monday. I did Serenity and Endi. That was the stitch with me this week. Where am I going? And that's this one. That was the stitch with me this week. I could have sworn... I don't know. I'm confused. I could have sworn Sing a Sampler was stitched with me last week. Was it not? I don't know. I just live here. I don't know. Okay, and on this one, we stitched down here, right in these boxes right here, and I finished down this way, and it met like I think right here because I had this part done, so I just from these 2 boxes down. I think something like that. And that was 574 stitches, so that got some good progress. And then the Christmas wheel. Because when I did the Christmas wheel, I thought this was a genius idea, and I was shoving all of my Christmas stuff together to make sure none of it got lost, and now it looks like a hot mess, and because some of them only got like 2 stitches in, I don't know which flippin' ornament they are, or what magazine they belong to, or which one is which. So it's a huge guessing game. So, on Tuesday, I had the one called High Hopes, and luckily for me, this one was still in the magazine, and I think that's the only saving grace I had, was that I left it in the magazine. And that one looks... See, with these older magazines, I get confused, because sometimes the pictures are up front. Yeah. Now let's try not to lose my page. Sometimes the pictures are up front, sometimes the pictures are right next to it. But it's this little guy right here that you guys cannot see. Yeah, Linda. There. It's this little one right here. And listen, Santas, listen. I don't have time for you today. Stay. Okay. There we go. I just took my finger out of the book. You know what? It's fine. And I worked on all the snow area. So all that white got done. And surprisingly, all of that white was 287 stitches. It doesn't look like that much when you're just looking at the picture. When you actually start counting them, man, that's a lot of stitches. 287. I have a feeling I locked my cat out, and I didn't know that I locked the cat out. And now she's freaking out, and so it sounds like someone's knocking on my door. It's just the cat. She'll be fine. My cat is my toddler. She has to be everywhere I am, and if not, she will run through walls to get to me. I love her. And then, yesterday, which is what I was supposed to show you, was my mythical medieval sow. And because I'm a dingbat, I did not write down how many stitches I did, but I can show you. I was so close to a finish in this room, I just didn't get there. And it's this room right here. So I got all the orange stitched in, I got the top part of the stove done, and now I just gotta fill in, well, I mean, some of that is filled in. Those little pieces, and I gotta fill in like the greenery here, and then there's like some greenery here and some red stuff over here, and then I gotta do their eyes because they still look creepy, and then back stitching, and then on to the next room. I'll get there. I will get there. Keep the faith. And then today, I am working on, where'd you go? My head wasn't attached. I would lose it. I am okay, nope. Where did I have the color sheet over here. I do not have the photo. Where did I put it? Oh, I stuck it back in the... I'm working on Be Mine from Tilton Crafts. And this so far, if you guys don't remember me explaining, this is like one of my one of my favorite projects because this is in black and white. And it's definitely not black and white. So it's like a nice surprise when I put in a different color because I'm like, oh, there's orange in here. Oh, there's purple in here. So this is where my starting point is. Get down. Nobody wants to see you. This is my starting point. I still have this whole other row of 310 minus like 10 stitches in here somewhere at the very bottom. And then I'm going to start working on this bone part that will continue. So I'm super excited. Man, that looks so good. I'm so proud of me. That looks amazing. Tilton Crafts. I freaking love them. Awesome, awesome patterns. Okay. Oh, Jack. Come on. Alright, so that's project for today. You stay up there. List of colors goes over there. This right here, I don't want to talk about it, but we're going to talk about it. This is Jan Hicks's fault because she told me, not personally, but it was on her channel. It felt like it was directly at me though. About cross-stitch collectibles, freebie patterns every month. They are bookmarks. I can't speak. They're different bookmarks. And it's genius. So it's basically taking out like the center section of one of their larger projects and making a bookmark out of it. And what happened was, I didn't want a large bookmark. And an 18 count bookmark would have been like 5.5 or 5 3/4 inches wide by like 13.5 inches long. That is a huge book that you need to put that into. So what do? I go smaller. Can I find the 25 count at the Joann's? No, they are sold out. So what do they have? They have the 28 count even weave, which makes my eyeballs go like this when I'm trying to look and see the stitches. Look it. Listen, Linda. Linda, listen. Look it. Look at how little that is. That's smaller than a freckle on my body. It's itsy bitsy. I thought the 25 was itsy bitsy. Look at it. Look at it. What? Look, it looks like a flea on the screen. That's how little it is. But I know we said no more new starts. And I'm all about breaking my own rules. But with these, I thought, because the school is always looking for different items to raffle off at their events, I thought maybe when they do their book, it's not the book club, you know, when they have the Scholastic and the magazines come out and everybody buy the books and the book fair, Jesus. I could make one or two, depending on how fast I can not stitch. They'll get them in like 5 years, okay? Scarlet will still be there. But they could raffle off bookmarks. Or I'll just keep them. I don't know. It was a thought. When I have these kind of thoughts, my brain goes, and it's always above and beyond what my capabilities are. Because although in my brain I went, oh, it's only 75 by 200. That's still pretty big for a bookmark. I mean, look at it compared to my planner, okay? That's still a decent sized bookmark. And every little X must be crossed. I don't know what I was thinking. I got started and I was going. I'm like, yeah, this is fine. This is 2 days worth of work, by the way. It's like, yeah, I can do this. And then I pull it back and I'm like, holy crap, that's a lot. That's a lot more to go. But we'll see. We'll see. If I can get it done before the book fair, then so be it. If not, then there's always next year. So every month they release a new one. So, and once the month is up, it's gone. Like, there's no backtracking to get previous months or whatever. So I got last month's, which was like a black and white and grayscale, like, flower looking thing. And then this one is like the bubbles. Cross Stitch Collectibles. Click, if you Google it, it'll bring up the Cross Stitch Collectibles and it says like Cross Stitch Patterns, free patterns, something like that. If you just click on the free patterns, this is the only thing you'll see. So I'm working on that. Plus I'm an avid reader, so it's fine. I have a big book. My sister-in-law just bought me one for my birthday. So I have a good sized book. This will work. See? So if I make it for me, then so be it. But my thought process was I'm going to collect them. They're going to be like Pokemon. I'm going to collect them all. And just stitch up one at a time, I hope. One at a time. And learn how to finish them and make them into bookmarks. So, I know we said no more starts because 2020 is coming and I need to focus. 2020 is my year of focus. It's probably not going to happen very well because focusing and I, or like technology and I, we understand each other. We have a mutual understanding. We're going to leave it at that. So, on that note, I have, where did I? The hubby made these flyers. So now I can send these out into the world for my Gidge boxes. So exciting. So exciting. It's so nice to finally be doing something that I absolutely love, I'm absolutely passionate about, and others are joining me. So I put out a post on Instagram over the weekend and said, hey, I'm looking for like 3 to 5 ladies who are interested in trying Color Street, that have never done it before, that want to just try it out, and contact me. Let me know your favorite color and your address. Those were the stipulations. The other thing is I wanted to know when you put them on and how did you like them? Was it easy? Was it hard? Was it complicated? How fast were you able to do it? Was it easier than painting your nails? I want to know all this information because for me, customer feedback is the most important thing because it tells me how I should be explaining or demonstrating and things like that. But let's get started with, I need a clear, I really wish I knew where my stinking pad thingy went. That's okay. We'll just use this. Because these ones are pretty simple this week. These are Golden Girly. I'm going to hold them there for just a moment so that way the hubby has time to put a name up. I love these ones. So they're clear at the base and gold dipped at the top. I love, oh, Linda, don't get crazy. I love them. So it's Golden Girly. So that's color for the week. And the hubby is going to edit in my Stitch With Me's, like in the corner or somewhere on the things, what nail color I'm wearing. So if you ever want to know, it's right there in the Stitch With Me. And so yeah, back to what I was saying about the Instagram. So I had about 7 or 8 women contact me, and I sent out 8 different sets. And I'm super excited. I know one of them got them today, and she already put up her video. I love her energy. It's Becky's, let me see if I'm going to say it right. Becky's Madness for Crafts, I believe. Becky, if I said it wrong, you can slap me later. But I love her energy. I love watching her videos. So, she's got her game plan for when she's putting hers on. I know some other people have gotten theirs, and then I sent some to Debbie and Kef, who are Snug Harbor's Craft on here on YouTube, and they're getting ready to do a retreat. So Debbie had explained that, you know, they get their nails professionally done, totally fine, but she had said, would you mind sending me some sets for giveaways at the retreat? And I was like, yeah, duh, of course, absolutely. Yes, I'm so excited. I'm sending something to Debbie and Kef. I think I'd be just excited as sending it to, like, Pam and stuff. Of course, I got really that excited when I sent them to Michelle. I just get really excited about sending them out to all the peoples because I love the product so stinking much. It's redonkulous. It's redonkulous. Speaking of, I got my Halloween orders in, and I think I showed you most of the sets except for 2. So I should have never prepared. Never prepared. This is the charity of the month. I can get Linda to focus without so much glare. Linda. There's that. And these are called Open Hearts. The charity is for suicide awareness, which, again, something very close to home. I'm going to hold that there for just a moment and try to find the ones that I did not have previously, which I think were these 2. And 1, 2, 3, 4, this guy. Right? Sorry. I know that looks really boring. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, these. So, there's the ghosties. And these glow in the dark. And these ones, you guys, I'm telling you. The names this year, I don't know who they hired to make the names, but the puns on them are perfect. These ones are called Here for the Booze. Here for the booze. I'm allergic to alcohol, but that's freaking clever. These ones are called Pumpkin to Talk About. And this one reminds me of the cat from Alice in Wonderland, the Cheshire Cat. Super cute. And these ones I have a feeling are going to be a really good hit because Bloody Gorgeous was such a big hit last year. They brought it back as a basic. And this one's called Materialghoul. Because names. Because names. The names this year are just, and I already put in my order for the catalogs, so anyone who's ever received a set from me or has ordered from me will receive those catalogs. So I have plans of getting all of that good mail out into the world as my chair yells at me. But yeah, some of the names are flipping hilarious. There's like a silvery gray one called Berlin to Win It, or something like that. And then there's another one that's called Drop and Give Me Zen, and it's, yep, I forgot what the pattern was. It's okay. When I get the catalogs in, I promise I'll share next week. They'll be here by then, I hope. So, I mean, the catalogs went so fast. I ordered 3 stacks just to make sure I had enough, and when I went back in an hour later, they were sold out. God. So, and some of the new sets are already, day 1, they were gone. Like, man, I'm glad I got my 8, because I'd have been upset. So, I went in immediately, got my 8 that I want for the Gidge boxes and for myself, and boom. Solid. So, a lot of exciting things, but it's also, as exciting as it is, it's also kind of scary, because success is like, it's a great thing, but sometimes it can be intimidating. So I have to remind myself not to get intimidated, not to get scared, and to just keep plugging along and keep doing what I'm doing. And eventually I'll have all the peoples loving the color street, and that's fantastic. And those who don't, that's fantastic too. It's perfectly fine. And oh, I have this. Did I show this one last week? I don't remember. I made this for one of the ladies who asked for a Cruella de Vil back in like March, February. It's been a while. Flip that around. And I told her that when I created it, she would have first dibs. And she said no thank you. So now somebody else has a chance. So if you're interested in the Cruella, just let me know. I did post it on my Instagram, and I got quite a few likes, but no interest in purchasing. So maybe somebody here? We'll see. If not, she's just going to hang out with me for a little while. And then I'll try reposting her again later on. Maybe somebody else will have an interest and just didn't see the first time. That's fine. And usually things like that would make me stop in my tracks and go, oh, someone didn't like it. I'm not doing it anymore. And this time I'm like, no, I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep going down the list. I'm going to keep making the rest of them. And then I'm going to keep making whatever designs I'm going to make after that. And whatever sells, sells. And whatever doesn't, doesn't. I got to stop being afraid of success. Because I had eight scissor fobs that sold prior to the one scissor fob that didn't. And it's okay. It's got to be okay. We can't stop ourselves, right? All right. I think I got everything crammed in before I got to pick up my kiddos. And probably forgetting something like I do every week. Don't know what it is. No idea. There's a reason for notes. I just haven't figured it out yet. On that note, I'm going to bid you adieu. Say my farewells. Stay random. Don't kiss your projects. And I'll see you guys next week.